Stand for Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening and welcome to tonight's meeting. Where'd my agenda go? Tonight's meeting, October 11th, 2022. Tonight's meeting will be conducted in accordance with the Open Meetings Act, a copy of which is posted on the back wall. First item agenda would be approval of the minutes for September 27th, 2022. Anybody see anything, have any comments, questions, corrections? If not, is there a motion to pass the minutes? Motion by Olson. Is there a second?
Passed on the trigger tonight.
Second by Galloway. Roll call.
Elwinger?
Yes.
Sherman?
Yes.
Galloway?
Yes.
Radcliffe?
Yes.
Olson?
Yes.
Motion carries 5 in favor, 0 against. Next item on the agenda would be comments by the public. If there's anybody that wishes to speak to anything that is not otherwise on the agenda. And judging by the crowd, I'm going to say no.
No go.
Item number 4, recommendations of Housing Board appointment.
Okay. As you know, it's the City Council's responsibility to recommend and to appoint members to the Housing Authority Board. These are 5-year terms. There's 5 members, so it's staggered terms. So one is every year, and this year it is the resident board member, Dolores Virgil. She's been doing this since probably it's like 2006. I guess everybody in 2006. I've been to some of these meetings, honestly, and I can speak to her involvement, and it's, I think, invaluable, the resource she provides them. She can give them around the clock. She's over there, she knows everybody, she knows the issues, and every time they have a meeting, they always ask for her opinion on stuff, and she's a pretty good board member, I think. So I don't know if you've had a chance to meet with her before, so well, probably have.
Yeah, I worked with Dolores quite a bit too on that committee. So yeah, Dolores does an outstanding job and truly spends a lot of time participating with the housing board. So
She's a good advocate.
a very good resource for that group. Is there a motion then to reappoint Dolores Virgil to the housing board?
Second.
Motion by Radcliffe, second by Olson. Roll call.
Sherman?
Yes.
Galloway?
Yes.
Radcliffe?
Yes.
Olson?
Yes.
Elwinger?
Yes.
Motion carries 5 in favor, 0 against. Consideration of Resolution 220-20903, 2-hour parking, 10th Avenue, 10th from Jackson Street to King Street.
We did go back and do some of the research council requested last time. In fact, there's a map in your meeting packet now that kind of shows exactly what's where, so we know how it looks in that neighborhood.
There's one correction on that.
Oh.
The green little parking lot is actually the banks, and the bigger
Oh,
one
you
is
have
the
the wrong one
parking.
already, yeah, you're right.
So this is one correction.
Yeah, sorry about that. The lot, well, which actually makes it better than that. So it's more space. And we talked to a lot of people in the neighborhood. I talked to the county commissioners to see if they would have a heartache with that, since they have all that parking across the street that will, might be taken up there, and they said they have no issues with that. I've seen a lot of Allo vehicles along that block or at least it was a couple days ago. But I know they've rented an apartment down there, and I think maybe they were getting settled in, because I was told by them that they wouldn't be taking their trucks there at night. They'd be leaving at the shop. But that was the first week they rented it, so maybe they were still trying to get settled in there. I don't know.
Yes, I spoke to all the building owners and all of the business owners, and the Suttons own that apartment that the Alleners just moved into this week and last week. And he said the same thing, that they could, if they wanted to park their trucks in his parking lot, but they said they were going to be parking them in their work parking lot instead. And I didn't get any negative feedback on having a 2-hour parking.
Right.
From the land, from the building owners.
Or land.
Did city staff contact the landowners?
What's that?
Did the city staff contact the
I did.
landowners? Okay.
Well, I think we kind of both bothered some of them, so.
Okay. Any questions for either of these guys?
Hey, and just a note, on the resolution on the agenda, it says 2202. It's supposed to be 2022. So it's correct on this.
Right. Yeah, that would make more sense, wouldn't it?
That'd be a really old one.
Yeah.
Chief, nothing new otherwise to
No.
add?
No.
Council have any questions? If not, is there a resolution then to pass 220 or 2022 090?
5.
5.
Hard to cover one, two.
Yeah, it's just numbers are jumping around. Is there a motion to pass the resolution for the 2-hour parking?
So moved.
Motion by Radcliffe, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ellwanger, roll call.
Galloway?
Yes.
Redcliffe?
Yes.
Olson?
Yes.
Elwinger?
Yes.
Sherman?
Yes.
Motion carries 5 in favor, 0 against. All right, thank you. Item number 6 then, new Freedom Yurt Development
Yeah.
Fund grant.
I-
New Freedom Yurt regarding the Development Fund grant.
Yeah, correct. I thought they were going to be good tonight, I guess. They said they would, maybe something else came up, I'm not sure. But I talked to Trent, I was going to be here, something else that came up. But that's fine, we can go through this. The City of City, well, me, completed the grant application and has been awarded $75,000 from the State of Nebraska Economic Development Site and Development Fund to assist New Freedom Yurt with the construction costs. What they'll be doing with this, because they've moved from their location over at Adams over to 59 Properties, which is the former Canova warehouses. And I think it's just for more space, and they had some partners that partnerships that had changed. But they did apply through the city for, what the funds will be used for is upgrade lighting, HVAC, restrooms, paint booths, garage door, tooling tables, everything that's going to help them put those yurts together in that new facility and make it a little bit more feasible for them to do so there. The reason I'm bringing this is because this has to be rented to the city. The company cannot apply for the funds. The city has to apply for them. That's why I have to do that on their behalf. But the money will run through us. It comes into us, and then we just pay it out to them as soon as they provide with proper documentation showing the money gets spent. And actually, honestly, I think they've already done a lot of these things. They're far ahead of most people. They're already asking me when they can start sending me receipts, and usually you're not that far ahead of the game. So they've done a really nice job. I guess the rest of this just kind of states that the contract between the City of Sydney and New Freedom Yurt, there'll be 2 contracts, one between us and them, and then one between us and the state. So, and I already applied to the state and awarded the money, so.
Yeah, basically, we're just acting as the placeholder for the state grant.
Yeah, we fill out the grant application and do the legwork for them. It's all good stuff. We see growth. We see them doing well. It looks like they're planning on expanding. They had originally 20, or they currently have 27 employees, and they're with a new room and space. They're looking to add almost 16 more. So good for them.
Any
A lot of good ideas. Had several meetings with those guys. Get out there.
Just out of curiosity, how many units do they produce in all one?
Oh, gee, see, this is why I wish they were here. I don't want to speak to their volume. I mean, I've talked to them about it. It depends on, they have different sizes. There's 3 different sizes.
Sure.
I don't know the exact volume. I know that we reported all that in the grant. Might even be in here. I don't know. Because I know I had all that information at one point, but I don't have it stored in my head.
It's okay, it's just
I
curiosity.
apologize. Popular business stuff. So basically, I'm just asking for the council to approve the agreement between us and Freedom Yurt, because the state has already agreed to give them that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was hoping it would be here.
Any other questions? If not, is there a motion to approve the contractual agreements for New Freedom Yurt regarding the state's development fund grant?
So moved.
Motion by Elwinger, is there a second?
Second?
Second by Radcliffe, roll call.
Radcliffe?
Yes.
Olson?
Yes.
Elwinger?
Yes.
Sherman?
I'm going to abstain. My daughter is married to their marketing director. I don't want to make any.
Galloway?
Yes.
Oh, on a side note, if you don't mind, I will start right away tomorrow morning. I'm meeting with some state people, representatives, to start working on something for Omni Logistics out there too. So hopefully we'll get some more money for more local businesses. Looking forward to that.
So motion passes 4 in favor, 0 against, 1 abstention. Item number 7, claims for September 2022. Looks like Bob had a chance to look at those.
Everything looks normal.
Any questions from the rest of the council or the public?
It's good enough for me. I move we approve them.
Motion, we approve them by Sherman. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Olson. Roll call.
Olson?
Yes.
Elwinger?
Yes.
Sherman?
Yes.
Galloway?
Yes.
Radcliffe?
Yes.
Motion carries 5 in favor, 0 against. Item number 8, budget reports for September 2022.
Last one of the fiscal year.
Evening council, Lance Dyer, finance director. Well, I will touch briefly on this and then we'll talk about the departments here at the bottom. Property tax kind of varies from year to year. We had a little bit of extra back property taxes paid this year, and so we finished ahead of the revenues that we had projected. Sales taxes have been kind of preaching all year that we thought we would finish ahead, and we did. No major refunds due to the Imagine Nebraska Act we're giving out this fiscal year, which kind of allowed us to finish ahead. Fees for service, another thing that we finished ahead in. State and federal, again, we finished slightly above where we had projected. Franchise and admin fees, this is one I wanted to touch on. This year, we elected not to charge the departments for the last quarter admin fees. We finished unaudited $834,837 in the positive in the general fund this fiscal year, and that was without the last quarter admin fees. One of the big reasons for that is we haven't expended any of those funds that we had set aside for, like the Elks project and things like that, so none of that got spent this year. So that was a big reason that we finished in the positive the way we did, but we decided not to do those last quarter admin fees. We would have been over $1 million in the general fund if we did. It just didn't seem necessary, so. Other than that, with the fiscal year over, I will show you guys how the other departments fared. In the street department, we had to carry over that 13th Avenue project. We still finished $60,092 of revenues. And these are all before the audit. Obviously, once the audit hits and you get depreciation and everything in there, it's going to be, those numbers are going to be significantly different. In the electric department, we started our backup generation project this year. We budgeted a loss of $2.6 million. However, we finished the year with a loss of $468,000. Water department overall had a pretty good year. Obviously, we all saw how dry it was this year. A lot of water was used in the summer months. And the
Really?
financial statements, when you look at that, you can't look at water and see the overall picture. You have to take out the water debt assessment revenue from it. And so the water finished with $239,725 positive. And sewer, despite adjusting the revenues in sewer this year, we're still not able to finish in the positive. After taking the revenues out of the sewer debt assessment, which I do the same thing with them now, finished at a negative $37,804. In the next fiscal year, that bond payment we talked about will be completely out of their budget, and that should make a significant impact on the department throughout the fiscal year. And then the solid waste department this year was, the scale house revenues were incredible. If you go look at the financial statements, we budget like $300,000 and we finished like $450,000. It was something like it was crazy. There's a lot of projects. We saw the the old Perkins building come down. There was a oil project out of town, so there's a bunch of heavy mud that came into the landfill as well too. So they finished the year 411,429 positive, so I would anticipate those scale house numbers to not be that significant again for a while, but we did have those demolitions, and when I talked to Dean, Dean said the same thing, and think that you'd never see that again either.
This banner here.
We had 1 month where the scale house revenues were like $90,000 just because of that oil rig project. There was just so much coming in, so. But again, overall, the departments do a fantastic job. They make my job so easy, so. And that was a large part, again, the reason the general fund was so high is because we just didn't expend very much. I mean, everybody, if you look at the budgeted items, we really went over 90% of what they budgeted, so just do a really good job of staying well within budget and make my job easy, so.
Perfect. Any questions for Lane? If not, is there a motion to approve the budget reports for September 2022?
So moved.
Motion by Sherman, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ellinger, roll call.
Elwinger,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Galloway.
Yes.
Radcliffe,
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5 in favor, 0 against. Item number 9, City Manager's Report.
I have quite a few things, I guess. First of all, I want to introduce our new library director, Amanda Easton. Do you want to come up and say, at least stand up and say something about
Speech.
yourself? Speech. Yeah, there you go.
Start back in high school. So I made you go to college.
My name's Amanda Easton. Been here about 3 weeks now, and I've taken over as the library director. Moved here from Clay Center, Nebraska, where I was running the library inside.
All right.
Welcome.
Well, welcome to
Happy to have her
Sydney.
here.
It's been going great, so.
Well, it'll be nice to have that position filled, so certainly glad to have you here.
One of the first things I got to do was the Oktoberfest parade, so that was my fun.
That's probably a good introduction.
Yeah. Thank you, Amanda. And then I also wanted to point out that the city staff had concluded their goal setting and training session with Jamie Weingart of JW Consultants. And I also had sent something out to the staff, to council and Jay. I haven't heard from you or them. But so we still don't want to kind of try to pin down a time to try to see if we can get a strategic planning session together. So if I need to resend that, I can. Oktoberfest was fantastic. We had a booth for our a master comp plan, and we actually had a lot of people stop by there. We did really good. We got a lot of input. And surprisingly, the little QR code ones, you think that people don't want us to take the time to fill it out, so they'll say, I'll take that. You think they're just going to go throw it in the garbage can or something. But we've gotten a lot of online ones, too. So people actually kept them and went online and filled the survey out. So it's really good. RDG, they were here today. Most of the day, I think they met with some of the students today, or some youth in the town. And then they were in here doing some work right up until about, I think, 5 o'clock today. And we will be at the Elks all day tomorrow, so stop by and say hi to them. The Master Comp Plan meeting will be at 1:30 at the Elks Lodge tomorrow, but they'll be there all day. They're going to get there at 9, and I think they're planning on staying all day long to talk to as many and whoever they can, so that has input on the city's master plan. So stop by and talk to them if you have time. I also wanted to point out a few upcoming things. We want to recognize, this is really unheard of, Mr. Akins is serving 40 years of service in the Sydney Police Department. So on October 14th, which is next Friday, this Friday, yeah, October 14th, that's this Friday, from 6 p.m., they'll be having a celebration at the community center. So stop by and congratulate him on his 40 years.
I'm sorry, that's this Friday?
Yep, this Friday from 3. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It is this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. at the community center. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. How old were you when you started? 14, 15? Yeah, something like that. 21, so.
And then another thing to note, on October 19th, we will be doing Breakfast on the Boss again, so come on by the fire hall. We'll start at 7 a.m. We don't have professional bacon makers or anything like the Elks has, but we'll do our best to put together a decent spread for everybody that shows up.
What's that date again, please?
October 19th, from
Oh,
7 to, we usually go 7 to about 9.
19th?
Yep, October 19th.
I wrote down 29th. That'd be late.
So,
No.
so that's going on. And then the only other thing I wanted to mention is Trunk or Treat is coming up in Hickory Square. I don't know how many trunks we have so far, but I think it's going to be another big event. So I know UPS usually has one, and I think
If people are interested in doing a
Yes,
trunk or treat, who
yes.
do they contact?
yes, front office either Lori Borshort or Kim Phillips. 254-5300. Call the front office and let them know that you have a trunk that you want to.
We'll have a pretty good idea what the count's going to be by next meeting.
So,
There's pretty
if
good. turnout
anybody's
last year.
interested, please contact city office,
Yes,
and we'll try and get you set up and taken care of.
yes, we will.
Okay.
I guess that's all I had for now. So.
Okay. Chief, anything else?
Oh,
Autumn? Marshall? Lane's done.
Congratulations, Chief.
I tried to skip him.
I'll get it in.
Okay.
Lane, how old were you in 1982?
My parents were not even out of high
It's true.
In fact, they may have still been in elementary school.
Oh, man. Thanks for the question, Councilman Sherman.
I always got to get into these things.
Yeah, you just gotta, yeah. Tom, anything?
nothing, you graduated a year ahead of Sarah.
Oh, wow, yeah. And again, welcome, Amanda. So,
1982, I was a year old.
oh, boy. All right, we gotta stop before Chief.
Let's get that.
Yeah, we gotta bail Chief out here. Okay. Council, any comments? Bob?
No, nothing tonight.
Burke? Marla?
Yeah, Creative District will have a site visit on October 26th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and they'll be having lunch over at the Elks. Is that correct, David?
Yep, it is.
And so, welcome them when you see them walking around because those are the people that may give us a grant.
Yeah, well, they'll be showing up. We'll start at the Fox Theater, and then we'll go to about 6 different businesses down in the Creative District to kind of showcase to them what they are and what they do, and then we'll meet back at the Elks to go over our plan, and I guess they'll let us know if they think we need to change anything, but I think we have a pretty good workbook.
And this is from where?
Creative District. It's not.
I know who, but
I don't remember.
This is a group, we applied for this grant and created this group ourselves.
who would be awarding the money then?
Oh, the state, it's through the state. It's through the
Okay,
state, I'm
that's what
sorry.
I'm asking.
It's not a federal grant, it's a state program. Arts Council.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
So it's kind of exciting. Could happen.
All right. Bradley.
Just take one more chance to tell Joe how amazing 40 years of service to one organization is, and we truly appreciate it.
Crazy, huh?
Yep. Yeah, 40 years, as you're well aware, is a long time, and to echo Councilman Sherman, the effort, the hours, the dedication and service to our community is invaluable, so thank you. Other things, I guess, just small notes. Congratulations to the girls volleyball team, Western Conference champions. Congrats to the football team with a big win over Cozad this last Friday, showing a lot of improvement. And congrats to the JV football team who last night beat Chase County to move to 7-0 on the season. So
Or good coaching over there.
a lot of coaching. Kids help a little bit. Yeah. A lot of good things going on with the school system, so congrats to all of them. And then we also had one qualifier for state cross country and a qualifier in girls golf too. So a lot of good stuff going on in the school system. And with that, we will adjourn at 7:25.